up, everyone? Welcome back to Crossplay, our video game podcast here at the Whatnots. It is Saturday, June 4th, 2022. We're recording this live on Saturday, like I just said, at 6:10 p.m.
Hey, Gino, what day is it?
Saturday, June 4th, 2022. This is episode 120.
I don't think so.
120. What episode is it, Ignacio?
Saturday.
Exactly. Exactly. My name is Gino and I'm joined by Ignacio Rojas. What's up, Ignacio?
Yo.
And Kyle Springer.
Saturday indeed.
It is Saturday indeed. That's what we're doing on Saturday night. Ignacio, fix your TV, man. Look at that, dude. Look how bad that looks behind him, man.
It's been like that all day.
It's been like that for a couple of days.
Do you actually use that TV?
No, not very rarely.
I mean, it doesn't really look like you do.
The last time he used it was to put the hashtag.
I try to think that might have been the last time
back in there when we had
the last
Greg Miller on the show.
That might have been the last time I used it.
Man, we had Greg Miller on the show. Can you believe that?
Yeah. All because you called him out.
Yeah. And I didn't even really, to be honest with you. I didn't, it never really started like that.
It was actually me. Just like, what if this?
But it just happened. Like, let's talk about that for a second. Like, it happened.
Okay.
It happened when I was on that Simply Sassy show, Simply Sassy vids. I don't know if they're still doing videos. I haven't really seen them.
Which I hope no, because I still haven't got an invitation.
Oh, well, I guess.
Can't believe that Gino fucking got an invitation.
They probably got canceled then, Ignacio.
Yeah.
That's why.
They better.
No. Yeah,
better have.
But I was like, oh, you're on an episode after me. How does it feel to be, I forgot what I said.
Riding my coattails.
Then they pushed the hell out of my episode back, and then he just continued destroying me left and right. And there was situations where I didn't even think I was saying something wrong, and then Greg would just completely destroy me again, and I was just being amicable. But that was funny. What a great time that was on the internet there. When I was getting destroyed by people I didn't even know either.
Yeah.
They were just on.
And it was you who brought up that you had a feud with Greg here in the podcast.
I did bring it up.
Yeah.
I did, because that's what it felt like, But yeah. And then Kyle made that video.
Yep.
And there you go. The history is history.
History.
Indeed,
history is history. There you go.
Gino, you have a new job.
I do have a new job.
How's this job been treating you?
It's been going very well. It's been going very well. For my own safety, I feel like I shouldn't say what company I'm working for.
That's fine.
Just for confidentiality purposes.
Okay.
I don't know if that's an issue for anything, because this is public. But it's been going very well. We have a very strict training regimen that is 2.5 months long. And then after that, then I start my real, I start the actual job.
He was working for the CIA.
Huh? But yeah, so no, it's been going very well. It's been going very well. They're treating me very good.
Are you driving any trucks?
No, fortunately I'm not. Because as you know, I did leave my previous job at FedEx, which I could say if I always
they will not come after you.
I always said I worked at FedEx either way. I think even on TikTok I was like, I work for FedEx and I don't care about your packages. I think I put that as my caption on TikTok. But yeah, so no, it's been going very well. I'm enjoying it.
To be honest, whenever I got a delivery or some package, no, not even like a mail package, but just like, here's your food from Grubhub or like stuff like that, and they did something wrong, or they like put it in front of the door, so I couldn't open the door and had to like go out the back door, walk around, go and then like do all that stuff. I was always just like, fucking Gino, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. And when people would like talk shit about FedEx online, I'd be like, "Well, fuck you too, man. Fuck you," because
Fuck you. I don't care about your package, but still, fuck you.
But yeah. No, it's been going very well. What about you, Kyle? I feel like now you're fully settled in, right?
Yeah.
So how's it going there?
It's going good. We had a Bob's Burgers weekend, like 2 weekends ago. So we didn't do the podcast last week. Lots of stuff went into that. Apologies. But the weekend before that, I did a Bob's Burgers weekend with my girlfriend. We're both big fans of the show. She got me into it. We are all caught up on the show now, and they released the Bob's Burgers movie, which we went to go see, which was fantastic. It was a lot of fun. And I also got her the official like Bob's Burgers cookbook. And we picked one from there and we made burgers, and fucking holy moly, they were good. It was good. We had it was the 50 ways to leave your guava burger. And it was basically like a Hawaiian barbecue burger. It was so good. We made our barbecue sauce, and amazing. Chef's kiss.
Dude, speaking of burgers, I went to my girlfriend last night. She was just craving some cheesecake,
Sure.
But it was like 11 p.m. So where are we gonna get cheesecake?
Careful with those cravings, Gino.
where are we gonna get cheesecake? So we went to a diner, like a really famous diner here.
Sure.
Marietta Diner. It's been on like Dine, drive-ins, and whatever on the Travel Channel.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Guy Fieri.
And I went over there. We went over there, and it was like it's owned by like these Italian people, and they're like super like. They're like that. Yeah, like it was very that vibe. So, and it's huge. It's freaking huge. Like neon lights. Like it's a diner. That's cool. You know what I mean? It's one of those like the silver plated whatever like buildings. It's really cool. So I got there and then I ordered the burger. I wanted a burger, and I saw on the menu a twin burger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, I want the twin burger. I feel like, that's 2 patties, just like a double patty burger, but it says with an extra bun. So I figure, okay, so maybe it's like a Big Mac or something, right? And then, like the Big Mac has the bread in between the 2 patties. So they bring it, first of all, lightning fast. It was, I ordered it and I thought about it, and they brought it. You know what I mean? Like it was so quick. I was like, there's like thousands of people in here. How are they doing this fast? I came out and it's 2 full burgers right next to each other on the plate with like a freaking mountain of fries and a mountain of freaking like salad and a little coleslaw or something. And then these were huge burgers, dude. I was so embarrassed because I ate half of one of them. And I was like, and I was asking for a box. And then when we had it all boxed up, we ordered dessert. And then the waitress, she was like, you want the dessert to go? And I was like, no, we're gonna eat it here. And she's like, are you sure? Like, because we had the whole boxes, all those boxes. She freaking destroyed the shit out of me. I'm asking to see if we got a picture of the burgers. I'll show it if it gets sent to me. But oh my God, those were like, I was surprised because I thought it was just gonna be a double patty burger. Those 2 full burgers, dude. It was crazy.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of, since we're just talking about random things, speaking of Bob's Burger and their movie, that's Fox, right?
Yes. Yeah. I think so. Yes. Now that I'm
they're making a movie out of that show, and they cannot give us a sequel to the Simpsons movie. Come on.
Simpsons still going, man.
Yeah, and fun fact, I have now watched every Simpsons episode.
Wow.
Every single episode. Yeah.
Look at you. That's crazy.
Took me over a year, but I've watched all of them.
That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild, to be honest with you.
It is a fun show, to be honest. Yeah, the jokes might have been cleverer back in the day, back in the early seasons, but I still found that it's an enjoyable show. It is. What, Gino? What?
Coming up on today's show, Yoshi P has saved PlayStation.
So you give me that face for me to shut up?
Because I never did it. I was surprised I never did it. And we're just talking. I should have said that before.
Just around it. The Simpsons, still great. I don't get the hate. Right. Still enjoyable. Go watch it. Yeah. This latest season has been really good. Especially the two-parter that.
We're here to talk about video games, my friends. So coming up on today's show, Yoshi P has saved PlayStation. Ubisoft died with E3, and Alan has died with E3 as well. So just in case you haven't noticed, he hasn't been here for this whole conversation. Imagine like for audio, he was just quiet the whole time. He was quiet the whole time. But we will get to all of that in a bit. My name is Gino. I already introduced us. All right, that's fine. Yeah. So let's, my friends, get into what we've been playing. One of you guys start, because I'm trying to remember what I was playing, what I've been playing. It's been a while. It's been a while since we talked about what we've been playing, right?
No, if you guys want me to.
No,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So first thing I want to talk about is the Halo TV series. Season 1 is now complete.
That's a funny thing to start with. Sorry.
Right. So you'll understand why. I kind of just want to get it over with. Mm-hmm. So yes, season 1 is out and available if you guys want to watch it. However, I wouldn't recommend it. It is not good. I think even as just like a generic like sci-fi show, it's decent at best. But yeah, if you're a fan of the games or the lore, it's not good. Not good at all.
Not even his bot could save it.
I mean, it's not Master Chief anymore. It's Master Cheeks.
Hell yeah, baby.
And he lost his virginity in the show too.
Hell yeah, baby.
Master Cheeks fucks.
Yep.
But there's plot holes galore. It does so many things to undermine the things that the show is trying to do. It just certain things are interesting when that's not the main thing of the show. So it's like, why are they spending all this time? And then they wrap up this thing, and it's like, well, that was useless. Why did you spend all of this time on all of that? You didn't even see a Halo. You kind of did. They were in this like dreamscape space thing that you could see like the skyline of it there, but you never saw a Halo. So I can't really recommend it as being a good show to watch. But season 2 is in the works. They announced that before season 1 came out, so I don't know. We'll see. But that was that. Don't go watch it. It's not good. Then I don't remember if I got to mention Cyberpunk, but I beat it. I am done with Cyberpunk. I liked it a lot. It is fantastic. Now is the perfect time to go play that game. I know I've been at least saying that the past couple of weeks of just like, now is the perfect time. I think you said that you finished it. I may have. I just couldn't remember. But I beat the game. It's fantastic. I know this past week or two, some details on the first like major expansion leaked and stuff like that. I've not really looked into much of that, but it looks like there will be some parts of the map that were previously not accessible. They will be accessible in the new expansion whenever that comes out.
Cool.
But yeah, that's that. Last but not least, this is the game that I played this week. Let me see if I can find a good one here. Here's the Switch trailer. I'm going to pull that one up on stream. I've been playing a game called Citizen Sleeper. I had seen a number of different outlets mention this game, and a lot of critics were saying, hey, this game is very, very good. And since it was on Game Pass, I was like, you know what? Why not? Let me just check it out. And holy shit, this game's good. This is now absolutely on a short list for my game of the year.
Nice.
I would kind of describe it as like an open world visual novel. You don't really have a character that you move around the map, but you do get a map, which is this like space station. And there's locations on the map that you can go to and like meet NPCs and stuff like that. And they'll give you quests and all sorts of stuff. But in reality, the game is actually more of a resource management sim. You are a robot that has your let's say you live in a world where corporations have taken over, and they now have the technology to put your consciousness inside a robot so that they can exploit you to get all sorts of labor and new technologies and all that stuff. So you are one of these robots and you've escaped. And so you need to figure out how to make money, how to get food, how to get medicine because your body is decaying because of planned obsolescence. At the same time, you have bounty hunters after you, all this stuff. So there's clocks ticking down. There's resources going up and going down, which may kind of push away a lot of people. It's not a game for everyone, that's for sure. But if this game clicks for you, this is one that I think is incredible. The writing in this game was beautiful. There is a lot of rating in this game. There's no voice acting. So it's a good podcast game if you want to do that stuff. If you're like Ignacio and just want to watch The Simpsons while you do something else, right? Like this is a perfect game for that. But man, it's fucking good. It is really, really damn good. So I want more people to play this because it is fantastic. It would be perfect on the Switch, but like I said, it's also on Game Pass. So if you have that, you can play it there too. So
cool.
There you go.
Top notch. So I do have two. I know you got a few, Ignacio. So just two that I gotta just very roughly or very quick. I finished. I went back. I tackled my backlog is what I did. So I finished the DLC for Final Fantasy Remake with the Yuna.
The intermission.
Yuffie,
with
right?
Yuffie, sorry, Yuffie. Yeah. Yeah, and it was you know what's funny? I only had an hour left.
It's really short. Yeah, it's like 2 hours, an hour and a half.
I only had an hour left, and I was like, "Damn, dude! I freaking dropped this at the end. I had no idea." But no, I freaking just I forgot how beautiful that game is, man. Seeing those cutscenes at the end again and all that stuff. It just made me extra excited for a part 2 that I hope we see soon at some point. But yeah, so I finished that. And I felt I sort of fell into sort of like a JRPG, vibe. I wanted to start playing some JRPGs, so I went back to Tales of Arise, and that was another one that was I think like 20 hours in or something, 25 hours in, and then I just I didn't drop it because it was bad. It's just just other stuff happened. Other stuff came out and I started playing that. But I've been playing that, and it felt weird because I got further in the game, and then I got to this point where in that game there's small anime cutscenes that play that are like animated like real animes, like a show, like a cartoon or whatever.
Yeah.
And not like the 3D style that you're seeing now.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it gave me like this huge music video thing that said the name of the game, and I was like, wait, there's no way. I got to the beginning credits after 30 hours, dude. Like that's not real. And then
title.
and I looked it up, and I was like, and apparently that just happens. Like it's like
30
it's
hours
just
in.
like a video that happens 30 hours in after a while, and it like shows you like random stuff that like their future. And then I was like, wait, so how much do I have left? And turns out I still have like 10 hours left or something. So I'm very excited to get back into it. Tales of Rise is incredible. It's a great I think even though I didn't finish it, I think I still had it on my top 10 last year. Because I thought it was great. I just didn't get to finish it yet.
Didn't even see the title screen.
Yeah, it was like, I got to that, and it's like Tales of Arise. What do you mean? Like, what's happening here? Like, why? And then I went to like the menu.
He's gonna pull an Alan this year. Tales of Arise is gonna be his game of the year this year.
I went to the menu where you rewatch those scenes.
Yeah.
And I went to the last one, and it wasn't that one. So then I looked at the first one, and it was that one. And I was like, what? Why are they putting this here after all these other ones? It's so weird, but I don't know.
That's funny.
Just, no question about it. Whatever. It's still a great game. Tales of Rise is incredible. I'm loving it. Hopefully I finish it soon. And then I want to get into Scarlet Nexus after this.
Keeping the anime vibe going.
Yeah, exactly. That's another one that I never started at all. I just but it's on Game Pass, so I might as well try it. I just heard that one's a lot of reading because it's like a visual novel too. At some point.
Oh man, what a torque game!
So me and reading,
Yeah,
You'll learn one day.
Maybe. Who knows? With Scarlet Nexus, I'll learn. So that's it. That's all I got. Ignacio, what do you got for us?
Oh, what did I got for you? So I got
Hold on.
access.
You have anime game.
Do you want me to start with it?
Yeah, I was talking about anime games. So what's your anime game?
Sure, let's keep the vibe going. So recently I got into an anime called Kill la Kill. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
I know this. I've heard of this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it a fighting game? It's a fighting game, isn't it?
Yeah. So I got into Kill la Kill. I finished it, and I saw that there was a game, so I went into and played the game. That game sure is interesting, to say the least.
Sure something.
It sure is something. So it was developed by A+ Games, which hasn't done that much that is recognizable. They have done some River City Girls and then some other stuff that I don't know. But it was published by Arc System Works, which you would know from Fighters and Guilty Gear and stuff
Blue.
like that. Yeah, exactly. And so the game does have some Fighters vibes as how it translates an anime into a 3D world. But it doesn't nail it as Arc System Works did it, the conversion from 2D animation to 3D 3D characters. It does achieve the translation well sometimes, but there are often times where it doesn't. For example, there were a lot of movements that looked weird. You know how in anime, a lot of the movements that they use are not really movements at all. Kind of like characters like have a look that they are moving, but they usually is standing still. But you still convey the sense of movement, but with such few animation. That's something that anime does very well. This game kind of tries to do that sometimes, but it fails where it kind of looks awkward and cheap. And so, yeah, that's one of the problems with the game is that it looks cheap at some points and it feels a bit cheap. The combat system isn't that good. It is fine. It can be entertaining and sometimes, but it is a bit simple where you have your regular attack, your long range attack, and your guard guard breaker, let's call it. So if your opponent is guarding, you just use the guard break and you'll just destroy their guard, and it kind of like doesn't give you that much of an incentive to be that creative with your fighting. But it is fine. It is a bit fun, and it is also fun seeing them recreate some of the movements and the attacks of the anime. It does it very well, where some of the special attacks, it would go into an animation showing the characters, and those animations are the game doing the translation to 3D very well. Those look very well. But then the other aspect of the game is the story, where it is interesting and weird to say the least, where the story kinda follows the show, but it doesn't, but kinda does, but not really. So what it does is that it picks a starting point, like a couple of episodes in, and then takes elements that occur, let's say 50-60% into the show, and makes them happen earlier into the show.
Interesting.
Skipping some things, and then so now they have to deal with what would have happened if that thing later would have happened now, but it isn't the same thing that's gonna happen, but it is them dealing with it if it had happened earlier. So of course you miss a lot of interesting or a lot of fun moments from the show that you would have liked to see, and it kind of tries to go into these story where it feels like it is a side story and it is a story that's happening in another universe, but it never fully commits to it, where at some point in the game where you already can tell that the story is very different, one of the characters gets visions of events that clearly are from the show, but that they are not clearly not gonna happen in the game.
Could be cool.
Yeah, it could be cool if they committed to it, but they do nothing with it. That's the thing. They do nothing with it. The character just gets visions that if you had seen the show, you would know that they are from the show. But if you hadn't, it would be like, what are these visions? None of that is happening. And also the big bad that you end up fighting has his ability where now in the game, in the plot of the game, it can pull power from other universes, which is something that isn't from the anime. But again, you have that. You have the character getting a vision of what could have been a different timeline, but they do nothing with it. It is so weird that they commit to doing something different, and they want it to be different, but at the same time connected, but they do nothing with it.
Interesting. It looked from the trailer that I was showing on screen, it looks interesting. Like it doesn't just look like a fighting game. The story mode look like it just has a really unique look to it.
It has a unique look. But again, sometimes it looks very well, the unique look. It looks very well and it translates very well the anime look. But a lot of times it feels cheap. It feels like a PS2 game era. Like a Dragon Ball Z game from the PS2, trying to begin to understand how do we translate anime into 3D. Kind of that kind of deal where you see Arc System Works is publishing it, but Arc System Works has done it very well, but not this game.
Not that one.
Not that one.
So you've been on a fighting game kick, Ignacio. You've been playing some fighting games here.
Kinda. So I also, I think I mentioned it last time I was in the podcast that I got an invitation to the open alpha or beta of Multiverses. That if you do not know, it's kind of like this Smash Brothers game, but from Warner Brothers. They have Warner Brothers characters that are fighting in the style of Super Smash Brothers. And here's the thing. Have either of you played PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale?
Yes,
I never
loved
did.
it. I loved
Okay,
it.
but you loved it.
Yes.
Okay, I also enjoyed it. But one of the problems people had with PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale is that the game tried to be Smash, as we all know, but it didn't fully commit to it being Smash. So it kind of like got 90% to it there or 80% to it. And that's my problem with multiverses, where it is clearly trying to be Smash. It feels a lot like Smash. It has your side B, your up B, your B, whatever. Feels like Smash. But it doesn't fully commit to it being Smash. Where it starts doing some weird things with the things with the abilities that characters can do. That a lot of the time I was like, I just did the button combination to get an attack. Why am I not doing the attack again? Why is it not repeating? And some of the characters will have kind of like be underneath their name. Some boxes will appear, kind of like status boxes or boxes that clearly have like a timer that's going down, that it is kind of like a cooldown. But I had a hard time figuring out what they actually meant, what they actually did. So it tries to be Smash, but at the same time it tries not to be Smash. And in the not to be and the not trying to be Smash, that's where I feel like it's failing. The other part that I feel like it's failing is that the combat doesn't feel very good. A lot of the times I would go for, let's call it a side B, but I would get a B. Or an up B, and I would get a side B. The controls would, I would try to do one thing, but I would do another. And that's a problem that I do not get with Smash.
So I was hoping, Ignacio, that this nailed more of that Smash combat. That I want you to try Nickelodeon All-Stars.
I've tried it.
You have it? You've tried it? How does it compare to that? Does this one do it better than that one does? Or does it do it pretty similar? I think that the combat for Nickelodeon was more responsive to what I wanted to do. Again, I had a lot of problems with this one where I would do one attack and I would try to do it again, and it would either not happen or it would give me a different attack, and I would get attacks that I had no idea how it did. Whereas with the Nickelodeon one, I didn't have that problem. They had other problems, sure, but that wasn't one. I see.
Yeah, that's the thing that I've been hearing kind of about the game is that people who try and make these Smash clones don't seem to ever really get the feeling right. And that's what these Smash players really enjoy, is how responsive the game is. It's not necessarily about the characters or what IP you have. Sure, that could be neat. I know, but it's not as responsive is what I have been hearing word on the street.
But still, it is going to be a free-to-play game. It will be cross-play, cross-progression, if I'm not mistaken. So it is good enough to be something that if you have friends that do not usually spend money buying games or whatever, you can just hit them up and have them all play this game and have fun. It will still be that, but it is that problem that all the Smash clones have, is that they try to be Smash, but they do not commit 100% to actually being Smash. But
There you go.
And then the final thing that I have here is something that happened right before the podcast started, which is that today was the end of the season, of the current season of Fortnite. So we just had the...
Fortnite is over?
It could very well be.
Put the video up, Kyle, of that event.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Gino, did you see it?
No, I didn't. I actually didn't see it.
All right. So I had to say that this is up there as to one of the good ones, one of the fun ones.
Fortnite Chapter 3, and what should I look up here?
I think if you just look up Fortnite event, If you just
Yeah.
look up Fortnite event, it's gonna give you the latest.
I
one
think
from
it was
Fortnite.
chapter 2 ending, but I'm not sure.
I have
But
the
it-
season 3 Collider event in
Okay,
Fortnite.
yeah, that one.
I'm not sure it's that one. All right, so let me see here. Fortnite.
It is that one.
So how do you think it
event.
matched up compared to? The other
I think
ones?
it is up there to compare to the more fun events.
Mhm.
So a general overview of what's been going on. The theme of this season has been war, the war between the Imagine Order and the Foundation. And so the event was the combination of that, where the game has you starting in what's basically a Megazord from Power Rangers.
Mm.
So you're piloting this, or not piloting, but you are in this giant robot. You're in the island. You have to. The other army is attacking you, so you, as one of 4 pilots, have to shoot them down. That's the beginning part of it. Then after that,
Whoa.
it progresses to you getting with the
Oh, that's
the
cool.
Foundation character, which is the Rock's character, and also Jonesy, and you go through with them, shooting down other enemies while you have the 0 point right next to you. And so all of that, I thought that was very fun. It is up there with the fun end of season events. Like it reminded me a lot of the Galactus event,
Mhm.
if you've ever seen it.
That's pretty cool.
Gotcha.
Also,
Interesting.
right in the middle, it has
Pretty cool
something.
looking.
something,
I'll
that
check that
sticks
out.
out to me.
Yeah, I'll
some
check
of the
that out
video
later.
here.
I'll check that out. So, and then they
I think
teased
like-
Darth Vader
like-
in this, right? Or not? They teased it, but they showed Darth Vader in this, right, Ignacio? Is that what happened there? Did he freeze?
Oh, he
hello? Hello?
What what a great
like-
face for him to freeze on. That was an incredible face for him to freeze on.
Yeah, so the last thing that I wanted to say is that weird thing that they did is that, so at some point you have the 0 point, which is this basically a sphere that is kind of like a portal to different dimensions or an opening in space-time or whatever.
Mhm.
And at one point you're going up these stairs while the 0 point is at the middle of everything. And it shows a scene of Darth Vader fighting Obi-Wan.
Mm.
And it's
Interesting.
it is cool when it happens, but it's the only thing that happens. They do not show any other scene.
I see.
They
That's what they
kind
were
of just
showing you. That's
threw
what
in a random Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan.
that's what
That's
the next season's gonna
weird.
be.
Yeah.
This looks cool though. This looks pretty. Man, it sucks that I missed it. It's
Man.
so great how these happen once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You missed it and that's it. It's not gonna happen again. You're never gonna see.
When
this.
are we gonna get a fucking good Power Rangers game?
Right?
Yeah.
God, this makes me want one so bad, just
I mean-
so I can be in the Megazord.
Oh, yeah, so you want a
stomping
Megazord one,
around
because
and-
I was gonna say that I think Power of the Grid seems to be good.
No.
The fighting game.
I'm talking about an open world Power Rangers game, action
Yes.
adventure Power
Huh?
Rangers game where a Megazord is part of it too and stuff like that. That would be really.
Oh
cool.
yeah,
That would be really cool.
that'd be
So
awesome.
yeah, that was the end of the season event. Now we are, as of the recording, we're still waiting to
Oh yeah, does it come
to
back
see
till
what's
tomorrow,
next.
right?
Huh?
Does
Was
it
it?
come back till tomorrow at some point?
My guess is that it is tomorrow, but they haven't said when.
Okay,
So
I
yeah,
see.
right now you cannot play the game.
I see. I see.
Interesting.
All
Good
right.
riddance. Fortnite is gone for good. There we
Good
go.
Until tomorrow.
riddance. All right. So okay, that's all we've been playing, my friends. That is that's what we got here. So let's get into a little bit of housekeeping.
We put a lot of hard work into the shows that we make, and yes, we make multiple different shows here at The Whatnots, and we'd love it if you check them all out. You can find out more information on our website at thewhatnots.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in The Whatnots, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. If you want to support what we do here at The Whatnots, patreon.com/thewhatnots is the best place to do that. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. You can get all kinds of exclusive content at the $3 tier. You can also get a shout out and a thank you on all of our shows at the $5 tier. You can support us on Twitch by subscribing to our channel at twitch.tv/thewhatnots, and we would love to have you all join us for our live streams and talk with us in the chat. And lastly, we have merch. If you'd like to grab yourself a shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug or something else, go to thewhatnots.com/store to pick up some merch today.
And we are back. I want to give a shout out to all our Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for everything you do. Kyle, take it away.
Yeah, will do. We on the Whatnots review show, our weekly book club style podcast. This past week, we covered season 2 of the TV show Fringe. If you guys are fans of the X-Files, this is a very similar show, but it's only science stuff. It's not like aliens or like weird supernatural things. It's just like hard science. And the show has its ups and downs, but its characters are phenomenal. So we will continue covering that show at the end of each month for the next couple months. There's 5 seasons total. However, tomorrow we are recording a podcast on that time I got reincarnated as a slime. We're reading the manga of that one. I've seen the title in Comixology Unlimited, and it's always one in the back of my mind that I'm just like, I wonder what that's actually about, because the name is just so ridiculous. It's actually not half bad. So I'm excited to talk about it. So be on the lookout for that one. On the captain's log, I have still been trying out all of those flavors of the hard Mountain Dew that we have there. We've been talking about all sorts of Marvel news and Star Wars news. Star Wars Celebration was, this past week. So lots of Star Wars stuff to talk about. For the Reactor Core, Ignacio and myself just recorded our reactions to Obi-Wan Kenobi, the first 3 of that show. We will be back for the second half once the finale is out. But also keep your eyes peeled for our reactions to Miss Marvel, as that also starts up very soon. Starts up this week. I think on the 8th.
This week.
The 8th? Yeah. So.
Yep.
Something like that. I'm stoked, right. But there you go.
Also we'll have for 3 weeks we have Kenobi and Ms. Marvel on the same day.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna try and convince Gino to join me for a spoiler cast of season 3 of The Boys.
Okay.
I think we should try and work that out somehow, some way.
Okay.
But, there you go. That is all the housekeeping that I got for you.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's get into the news of the week.
I cannot find anything as to when Fortnite will come back.
I thought I said, people were saying it next. People were saying tomorrow. That's what I thought.
Yeah, but when?
Like
when, Gino? Give me an hour.
I saw 9 a.m.
Give me a second, Gino.
I saw 9 a.m. BST. I don't know what BST is. Okay.
That sounds to me as it stands for bullshit time.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably then. So, like I said, my friends, E3 is dead, right? But E3 season is starting, am I right? So, PlayStation started it up. PlayStation said, hey.
Do we at least want to mention a few of the things that we missed last week?
I can do it rapid fire if you want.
Yeah, just do it rapid fire. Here's the things I missed. We're not going to really talk about them, but here they are.
Okay. Things we missed last week. So there was a PlayStation Rockbug I had here, which was several PlayStation news like happened on a day. Like God of War inches closer to 2022 launch. 2 more live services games from PlayStation in the fiscal year. Sony wants around half its games to be on PC and mobile by 2025. Sony expects to make $300 million from PC releases this year. And that's pretty much it. Steam listings such as Returnal is coming to PC. So that's the PlayStation workbook that I had planned for last week. Also, I don't know if you guys knew that there was a Marvel MMO that had gotten announced. I didn't. Well, too bad. It has been canceled. So
that's what I heard of. I didn't hear about it being announced.
Yeah. I also first heard of it when I heard the cancellation. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is coming this October. That got announced with a boat. A very big boat.
Yeah.
Well,
EA seems to be looking to sell or merge. So Gino, who do you want to buy EA?
me. I'm going to buy it.
Okay, Kyle, do you want Gino to buy it?
You know what? Why not?
Okay, Gino's buying EA. You heard it here first.
I got blueprints.
Yep. Raven Software, some of their employees have voted to unionize, making them one of the first, if not the first union in the video game industry.
In the United States, I should specify, because that's
in the US of A.
Yeah.
More PS Classic titles have been spotted in the PS Store, but we will talk about that one later, I think. If one of the stories that I put is it did make it on the show. Some classic games will have platinums. We got that confirmation for Siphon Filter. Death Stranding 2 was basically confirmed by Norman Reedus and wink wink by Hideo Kojima. Last of Us Remake reportedly is coming out this year. That is, if I'm not mistaken, coming from Jeff Grubb on Kind of Funny Games Cast. And finally, the most exciting news, we will get several Final Fantasy VII news.
Heck yeah, baby.
Next month, which I think by now it will be this month.
All right. Top notch.
And that's your roundup for the week that we missed.
Cool. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about this week, so let's go ahead and try it out.
Okay, the news story that I put here is no longer here.
What one? What was it? Because I didn't delete
Let me open
things.
this here.
It's the one that I put. It had a link right next to it. That it was about PlayStation.
It is there. It's number 6. Whoa, wait, no.
It is.
Yeah. It's there.
Okay.
It's there.
Okay.
The figures number 6.
I didn't expect
Hey. All right.
Also, Kyle, there was a Gundam Game Fest.
I didn't know anything about it really. I know you tagged me in that thing on Twitter. I didn't look into it more than that. So
here I am thinking about a new
Gundam
story
Game
that you
Fest.
would like, and then you just.
I've heard decent things about that more recent, like Gundam clone. That's a Overwatch, like third person thing.
Evolution or whatever.
Yeah, I've heard some okay things about that, but I'm still waiting on my good like AAA
Open world Gundam action
game.
adventure game
Yep.
with a narrative and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Similar
Yeah,
to The Last of Us.
Kyle, you don't know if that got announced or not because you didn't look at it.
It would have been on my radar if it did.
Heck yeah, you
No,
know.
I sent it to you and you
My
just ignored it.
friends,
So
we got huge, and I'm talking about a huge PlayStation State of Play, all right? They said, hey, we're going to start the season with the best show that you're going to get, okay? It's not going to get any better than this. I'm sorry, okay? Everyone's dead after this. You guys are waiting for that Xbox conference this upcoming Sunday? Nothing. You're going to be bored if you watch this State of Play, okay? So PlayStation had a 30-minute State of Play with some VR2 news and some third-party partners as well. I don't know why people were predicting God of War for some reason. They clearly said
everyone is just hungry for God of War.
It has to happen at some point.
Yeah, but they clearly stated third-party partners and PSVR 2. Yeah, I think God of War is going to be on it. What are you talking about, dude? This is why people get disappointed. This is why people get disappointed.
Very well.
Because you don't raid. Are you listening to me? All right. So our PlayStation State of Play that we got here was, I'm going to be honest with you, in my opinion, I guess we'll do our general thoughts here. One of the best ones that we've had since they started State of Plays, I think. There was very good ones, obviously, around the E3 season last year and stuff like that. But I think for this one to kick off, the summer season of game announcement and stuff like that, there was 2 things in here that I said, if at least one of them is in here, I will be happy. But both of them were in it. So it was 2 of them. So I'm excited to get started talking about this. Ignacio, your thoughts on the State of Play, your general thoughts.
Gino, check the Whatnot's chat.
The Whatnot's chat, okay. Okay, Ignacio's internet is choppy. I don't know why he couldn't just... I said internet. Internet is choppy.
Whatnot's internet.
So Kyle, what are your general thoughts on the?
My internet is choppy. No,
he said check the Whatnot's chat, but he could have said my internet is choppy. I don't know why he just typed that instead, yo. Okay, whatever.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine. You're didn't kidding, really right? care about kidding? Much of the stuff in here.
Are you kidding? Hold on. Are you kidding? You're kidding, right?
Actually, I was just like, all right, it's fine. It was good. This was not a bad one at all. Good. I don't really care about VR yet.
Look at my tweets.
I'm also
tell you,
not. What was that?
I'm gonna read my tweets right now. When I was reacting to it. Okay, look. I don't care for Street Fighter, but Chun-Li will make me do anything. Yeah. This is the best State of Play ever, and if you don't like it, you're a video game hater. I'm so happy that Yoshi I'm so happy that Yoshi P and team are putting their whole Yoshi. I can't say this. But I don't know if you
Yoshi P into it.
Yeah. So
that's great.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm just not super into VR yet. It hasn't reached the point where I feel like I need to get one and do all of that. More Sony stuff coming to PC. Cool. Already played them. So don't really care about anything there. Callisto Protocol, not really my kind of game. And anime love game thing, not really my kind of game. Fighting games, not really my kind of thing. So I liked seeing Street Fighter, but I'm not into all that one. And then it was neat to see Season and Stray.
Yeah. Okay. So. All right. I didn't want you to say every single name of every game that they showed because we're going to talk about them, but okay. Just your general thoughts, but it's fine.
Those were my general thoughts.
You didn't follow my instructions, but it's all right. It's all good.
I'm a video game hater, Gino.
You're a video game hater, dude. If you didn't like this State of Play, you hate video games, dude. So the State of Play opened up. I'm pulling this out of Polygon, which I don't like that they don't have it in the order that everything was announced.
I noticed that. It's mostly in that.
So whatever. We'll just talk about them as they are here. So the first thing that I know that they opened with this. They opened with Resident Evil 4 Remake, which is very exciting.
You think that it was Last of Us Remake?
I did.
I thought for a second.
That. Yeah.
I thought it was Factions. I thought, they're showing us Factions now, but then no, it was Resident Evil 4 Remake. Of course, if you saw it, Resident Evil 4 is a very beloved game. A lot of people don't think there should be a remake, but I thought it looked incredible. I think it looks pretty good. I actually played Resident Evil 4 recently. Didn't finish it because I was just like, this game is too old.
Too scary?
Too old.
You mean?
Yeah, I'm too scary.
Too scary.
So might as well wait for the new one, right? And we also didn't just get a trailer, a debut trailer. We got a release date. So we got March 23, 2023. So very exciting, coming for my birthday. Kyle, I assume you're not going to play this because you're a little scaredy wimp.
Little scaredy wimp over here. That's me.
Ignacio, your internet, I think, is a little bit better enough for you to talk about Resident Evil 4 or no?
Yep.
Go ahead. What'd you think?
It was to be expected. It was long rumored, but it is nice to actually get the confirmation after, again, long rumored. So yeah, I'm excited. I've heard a lot of people talk about how great the game is, but my biggest problem has always been that I don't feel like those controls have aged very well. I haven't tried out 4, but I have tried out 5, and I really didn't like the gameplay of 5.
So
the movement and all. So I loved 2 remake, 3 remake, and if you're gonna make 4 remake in the style of those games, I am very excited.
Yeah, I would assume. Yeah, I figure they're just gonna continue with that style, so that makes it very exciting. But yeah, so looking forward to that. What was I gonna say as well? I was gonna say something. I forgot. Oh, this was one of the games that I said, if this one's in it, I'm gonna like this state of play. This was one of them. Okay. So, and then after this on the list, we got here Spider-Man Remasters coming to PC. So another PlayStation game coming to PC. So I'm very excited to see the mods for that. And that's on August 12th. I believe with Miles Morales coming later the year as well. Later in the year.
They announced that on the blog. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, any thoughts on this, guys? Just cool. Be expected, right? Yep. Yeah. Cool. Top notch. And then we got a Horizon Forbidden West update. They said it's a major update. Seems like a very minor update to me, to be honest with you. But they called it a major update, which is just New Game Plus. Yeah,
and that's kind of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Major updates.
That was it. Yeah,
New Game Plus, harder difficulty,
and an extra hard mode or something, right? Yeah.
Transmog.
That game was hard as shit on normal though, so
it was super easy and easy.
Yeah. So, and then we got a little bit of VR trailers. I thought so when they announced this state of play, I thought it was gonna be like, overtaken by VR trailers, but these went by very quickly.
Yeah, again, showing now, or not showing, but one of the good aspects of the presentation, the VR section was very fast.
Yeah, and like on games that we had seen prior already, which we'll talk like Tunic and stuff like that, like they did not spend time on those. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I thought that was pretty good that they just gave us a little trailer and that's it. So one of the VR games though that we saw was Horizon, Call of the Mountain, which I had originally thought it was just going to be more like a hands-on, like a on rails, yeah, like an on rails kind of exploration game, but it seemed a lot more like an action game.
Yeah, the little that we had seen from the game and also the beginning of the trailer here did make it look like an on rails. You are in a boat, seeing the dinosaurs go around you. But yeah, I was surprised how actually, I don't know, I would call it immersive or very open the world the game is, where it kind of reminds me more of Blood and Truth. I don't know if you guys have seen the game, where you can do a lot of things, a lot of actions. Blood and Truth is it is a lot on rails, but in that rail you can do a lot of things, and I think that this one showed that you can do a lot, where it has you climbing the side of the mountains, or you can do actual things with your hand. You have the bow they can use. Combat, they showed a fight with one of the dinosaurs. So I do wonder how open it will actually be, where will it actually allow you to move around, or if it will be kind of like, again, like Blood and Truth, where you can do a lot, but still it is a bit on rails, where the game pushes you away. forward.
Yeah. I'm very excited to see what they're doing with the.
But it looked very good.
with the VR too.
It looked like a AAA VR game.
Yeah,
to me.
exactly. And then other PSVR 2 announcements: Resident Evil Village, of course, coming. Another Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners Chapter 2, and No Man's Sky as well.
No Man's Sky. That one is interesting because the game is already on PSVR 1. So they now announced that it will come to PSVR 2. So I wonder what does that tell you, that they will the console not be backwards compatible, or is it that we'll get kind of like PSVR 2 remasters or remakes or whatever, enhanced editions? Will it make better use of the haptics and the new controller? I wonder if it's that or what is it?
Yeah, interesting. So what do I have? I have next here the Callisto Protocol. We got a new trailer for that. And a release date as well. They weren't stingy in this state of play, to be honest with you. They gave us release dates. So this game, Josh Duhamel, starring Josh Duhamel, of course. And I think this was the game that, as you know, was technically canon to the world of PUBG, but I think they got away from that.
They announced that like 2 days or so before the state of play. Yeah.
Okay, that they got away from it, and got away from it. They did. So, because this game looks pretty freaking cool. It looks extremely, and I'm gonna tell you guys, extremely scary. So, Kyle probably closed his eyes throughout the trailer.
I did. No. Smash cut to Gino playing it with a heart rate monitor on stream.
I'm going to.
Right.
I'm going to. I got to. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I thought it looked. I'm
happy
great
for Dead Space fans who want that.
Oh
right?
yeah, it definitely gave off that vibe of Dead Space, and I feel like it's going to come out around the same time as Dead Space.
Yeah,
too,
Dead Space. I think they gave out a release date. It's like January, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So they will be very close to each other, and yeah, it is funny how this game, if I'm not mistaken, is being made by one of the creators of Dead Space.
Yep.
It looks a lot like Dead Space to the point where you have the light.
It's supposed to be a spiritual successor.
Yeah. It even has the health bar behind the character as a light, and yeah, the ambient and the fighting the monsters and all that felt like Dead Space 1. So
yeah,
very funny that they will come out by
December 2nd, 2022 is when this one is out.
Yep, very scary looking game. So, but I'll tell you what, I'll play it.
Will you though? Will you?
Okay. Maybe I won't. I'm saying I'll play it, not finish it. Okay. Maybe I won't finish it.
You'll just get to the menu.
I'll probably drop it. You know what? This is too much for me. Okay. So, and then another game that we got here, Roller Drome, an indie game here that looked pretty interesting. I thought it looked pretty cool.
I could have sworn this was like a new expansion for Sable when it came
exact same art style.
It's
literally
that,
the exact same art style.
Mobius inspired art style, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And then no, it's not. It's like my friend Pedro, but roller skating, third person, open world, like shoot 'em up, like Tony Hawk's mixed with a third person shooter. I don't know how to. It looks neat though.
Yeah, it does look neat. I thought it looked a little stiff.
Sure.
But it looks like an interesting game enough to try. I wonder what we're gonna see it on. If we're gonna see it on PlayStation Plus or something like that. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah.
Because it does look like that type of game that could be on there. So we'll see more about it. But that's coming August 16th. So just about 2 months for that. So if you're interested in that, not a long wait. Speaking of PlayStation Plus, we got a release date. Did we? Yeah, we got a release date trailer for Stray. Finally, So Stray is coming out July 19th, and the kicker here is that it's going to be available on PlayStation Plus Extra, I think, or Essentials, one of those. I don't know what the memberships are called anymore now. But it's gonna be for those memberships. If you have a PlayStation Plus membership, it will be included in that, and that's coming July 19th.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's just 1 month from now, guys. 1 month from now.
Yeah,
Stray looks freaking incredible. Stray looks freaking incredible.
It does. I'm so excited for this game.
Yeah. You don't think it looks that good, Ignacio?
Ignacio hates cats.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I don't like I think that a lot of the hype around this game has to do with people's obsession with cats. To be honest,
I'm definitely allergic to cats.
Just as the way that that Dragon Ball Z game is your favorite game of all time, simply because you like Dragon Ball.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that cats are the devil's spawn. That's all I'm saying.
So this game is scary. It's scary to you.
It's scary to Ignacio. This is a horror game. Oh my god.
Look at the trailer. There were moments where it looked kind of interesting with the platforming, and maybe being a cat, it lends itself to some interesting platforming. But then you have the robots that are running away from you, and you're befriending one, it seems. And it seems to me like a big part of it is just cats. A cat being a cat simulator, a cat being an asshole simulator.
Sold.
Yeah, that's
Sold.
great. I don't really care for cats, but I think it looks pretty cool. I think it looks like a great game to play. So I'm very excited. But hey, I'm gonna have the membership for it, so might as well try it, right? You know,
this is just more cat propaganda. More cat propaganda. We all know that dogs are the only pets that should be.
There you go. Two other indie type games here. Tunic is coming to PlayStation. If you haven't played it, play it. It's a very good game. And Season, A Letter to the Future, which I remember seeing this game prior, but I think what was it? They had some issues or something.
There was some kind of issues with the studio. I don't remember exactly what. That being said, I still think this game looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks very good. It reminds me of Lake, which gives me that sort of vibe. So I'm excited to try that one as well. And then we also got, I'm just jumping around, guys, if you haven't noticed. We also got a trailer for an anime game called Eternites, which is an action game and a dating sim. So
you got me at half of it.
Yeah. So there's a little part in the trailer that I didn't catch the first time, but my friend Matt Batson, the wonderful Matt Batson did. He says R2 to hold hands. Apparently, is one of those gaming mechanics there. So this game looks cool. I think the combat looks pretty cool.
Yeah, stylistically, it looks neat.
Yeah, stylistically, it does look good. But that's why I have a struggle with the game where I see a lot of things in here, like the combat, the dungeons. Look at the dungeons and stuff like that, and even the anime cutscenes look great. And it reminds me of the type of anime that I would like. But then you start throwing in stuff that start resembling into a Persona, and then I'm like, that's not the type of game that I like. I do not like dating sims. I do not like
It's gonna get you into it.
Yeah, I do not like having to spend all this time building the relationships with the other people doing mundane stuff. So I'm like, it looks good. It doesn't look good. It looks good. Doesn't look good.
Anime chicks. That's what I'm
saying. That's my struggle. To be fair, the first time that I saw it and I heard that it was very inspired by Persona, and I like that Persona people liked it, I dismissed it at first, but then I looked at the trailer. I looked at the PS Blog had a thing there where they had explaining the whole thing, the whole game, but also they had some shots from the game. So kind of like gifts from the game showing it. And what I saw there, it looked fun. But then again, the more that I read the Persona things in there. I'm like, why?
Also, that name is an interesting name. I don't
fair,
think it's
I
a
like
great name. I don't think it's as bad as everyone is making it out.
Yeah,
to be.
I like it.
But it's a weird name still.
They're gonna change it to Immortals Phoenix Rising, dude. That's what they're gonna change it to. They're gonna change it to Immortals Phoenix Rising. Okay. And then after Eternites, what do we have here? Street Fighter 6. We got a trailer for Street Fighter 6, which was previously announced. We got a full trailer for this with a February 2022 release date. No, wait. I'm wrong. It was announced in February 2022. My bad.
February 22 release date.
Yeah.
Several months ago.
No release date. I don't think we got a release date.
Yeah.
This was not what I was expecting.
It's an open world game.
It's Tony Hawk's Underground, but for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I thought that looked as soon as I saw that, I was wow. Okay, I think I might like this because it's not just a fighting game. I mean, it is a fighting game technically, but they have that open world aspect where you're traveling around.
One of the things that people are concerned about. They're like, yeah, it's a fighting game, but how much did they really put into the fighting game modes of this, and how much did they put into the open world thing? Did it take away from how much they put into the fighting mode? And I'm
sure the thing they half-assed was the open world thing. Obviously, they're gonna have half-assed that. The fighting game is gonna be the Street Fighter that you expect. I'm assuming. But I thought it looked very, very stylish. Looked
it
very
had a style for sure,
and incredible.
It had a style.
I'll give you that. It had style.
Incredibly wild style. Like a lot of paint everywhere. You know, a lot of
put in the street in Street Fighter.
A lot of graffiti and stuff like that. Chun-Li looked absolutely incredible.
In a weird way, stylistically, it reminds me of SSX Tricky.
Interesting.
Just the like early 2000s like neon graffiti, like real loud and obnoxious. Like, does that make sense?
It does. Yeah. No, that's the kind of vibe that it gives. Yeah. Another thing that Ryu looks like 10 feet wide. You know what I mean? He looks like who does he look like?
Thick boy.
Looks like, I forget who he looks like, but he looks like a Big Hero 6 in the armor. You know what I mean? Like that sort of wide.
No,
looks, that kind of thing. But I thought it was pretty cool how they changed it up here with the little open world stuff. So that gives me the little nudge to maybe look into it once it comes out. And the other nudge, of course, Chun-Li. You know what I mean? I'm a sucker for Chun-Li. You know, I really like Chun-Li. That's the skin that I always use in Fortnite, Ignacio, just so you know, because it's the best skin in the game. Okay.
Well, too bad Fortnite's done.
Yep,
it's over.
They're dead.
Mm-hmm.
All that money gone.
Yep.
All that money gone. And then last and best for last, Final Fantasy 16. We got a trailer for Final Fantasy 16. Square Enix's next mainline Final Fantasy, as you all know. This was announced, I don't know, a long time ago. But not even a long time ago. It was announced like, I think 2 years ago. And we got a new trailer for this, showing off the primals. Garuda, Ifrit, Titan, Bahamut, Odin, Ramu, Shiva. You guys know how I just did that? You saw how I just did that? All their names instantly off the top of my head. You stopped me. You interrupted me while I was still going. I bet you couldn't have done all of them. But this trailer looked so I got a little thing with this trailer though.
Tell us.
It looked like a tech demo. In some instances.
I can see that.
It looked like a tech demo in some instances, especially in the parts where you have the health bar of the people above them. Like, that was interesting to me. It felt like it seemed, and having both their health bars made it seem like it's like a fighting part of it, like a fighting game part section. But the parts where we see combat, regular, you know, the human combat looked freaking awesome. Reminded me of more like 15. More like 15.
Yeah, especially the movement.
Yeah,
looked a lot like 15.
Yeah, because he's dashing across and stuff like that. So, I thought it looked freaking awesome. I still don't have a grasp on the story, really.
My guess is that the summons or primals or whatever you call them will play a part in the story.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing the main part of that story.
Yeah, my guess is that you will have humans turning into them. At the end of the trailer, they show what I'm assuming is the main character.
Yeah, and
someone calls him Ifrit, which is one of the summons.
From the first trailer, actually, there's a little boy or something that turns into Phoenix, is what we see. I think.
And also in the trailer here, you have when it starts going through the names Titan, of
Garuda
of them. They show the name, a human, the summon, and then the next one, and so on. So my guess is that it will probably deal with these humans being somehow special that they turn into the summons.
Calvin Amazhobbs in the chat says the new designs for the characters are great too. I didn't notice that
was
Nikki
in
the chat
for Street Fighter. By the way,
that was for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that applies for both. Because they did update the designs for the primals a little bit with this. I didn't notice Nikki here in the chat said, I'm here to be the person to warn you about the first 15 minutes of the new season of The Boys. Apparently that's incredible. So looking forward to it, I guess. But yeah, so Final Fantasy 16, when Yoshi P, you know, the beautiful director / producer of Final Fantasy 14 Online, came onto the screen and he obviously came onto the screen and I knew he was going to talk about Final Fantasy 16. I was freaking out, of course.
He came on screen and then Gino came on screen.
Yeah, there you go.
I just had to say.
There you go.
I just had to say.
You were gone when I said, I'm so glad that Yoshi P and his team are putting their whole Yoshi, you know, into this game. But yeah, it's expected out in summer of 2023, so we got a window at the very least, so that's very exciting. I was hoping it was going to come out this year. Yeah, it's about a year away. Or exactly a year away, who knows. But that's it. That was the whole state of play. I thought it was an absolutely incredible state of play. Kyle said it was okay.
It was fine. It was good.
Jesus, Kyle, what the shit?
From 1 to 10, Ignacio, for you, what was it? Just real quick.
An 8.
8? Probably. That's pretty good. So great.
Solid 7.
It was a great.
A great out of 7.
Okay. All right, perfect. So let's move forward here. I'm gonna skip that Gundam Games thing. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet got a new trailer as well. We already had the release date for this, November 18, 2022, right? We already had that release date?
I don't think we did.
We did not, no.
We did not? Okay.
We knew it would be out this year, but that was...
Oh, because it said holiday, right? It said holiday the first time, I think. So November 18, 2022 for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Some tidbits on that game. It's co-op now or something. You could play co-op. It has
4-player co-op.
You could play 4-player co-op, which I thought looks freaking that pretty freaking cool. Another thing, I'm just going off the top of my head of what I read. You can explore the world at your own pace.
Yep.
Whatever you want to do, whichever gym you want to go to, whatever you want to do, you get to do it in whatever order you want. So that's pretty cool. What else?
They showed off the professors with
they said, "Here you go, bisexuals." There you go.
Yeah. So we got a different professor for Scarlet and for Violet. They also showed off the 2 legendaries, which look freaking cool. Too. I'm a Violet. No, I'm a Scarlet. What about you guys? I'm a Scarlet. What do you guys?
I don't know yet.
Scarlet.
Not sure.
You don't know yet?
I don't know either. I think Scarlet maybe.
Scarlet's the one with the girl professor, right?
I don't know.
I don't want the one with the Giga Chat professor.
Jesus.
I don't want.
What
that
do you guys
one.
think of LeChonk?
Oh, the
I
LeChonk,
don't
dude.
like
LeChonk.
That was a great one for Hispanics. Come on, Ignacio.
What a
Lechon,
great
Why?
name.
Because
Why?
lechon, dude, lechon. You know what lechon is, right? No?
Isn't that a bird?
Lechon. That's pork,
Like a bird?
dude. It's pork.
Oh, yeah, you're
But
right.
he's also a
yeah.
chonk. He's also a
Yeah,
chonk.
and
It's
he's
LeChonk.
lechonk. It's such a good
So
name.
that's why they called it that?
LeChonk, yeah.
I guess, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
because
would
it's a
make
little
sense.
pig, little fat pig.
It's supposed to be. It's
No,
supposed to be
I-
set in Spain, right?
Oh, yeah,
Is
it
it
is.
Spain?
It is set in Spain.
roughly
Right?
supposed to be set in Spain.
When I read the name, I thought it was a play on words with the leg, how people
like
uh
the and chonk.
n-
Yeah, it's that, but it's also the
yeah.
Spanish thing.
That's so
There
good.
can be multiple jokes in one, Ignacio.
Yeah, but my problem is the le chunk is a joke that I do not like.
No, it's so good.
I liked it. I thought it
it's
was
so
great.
memey.
I thought it was great. I thought it was a good
So
one.
stupid.
It's a
I'm excited
children's
to
game,
see.
Ignacio.
I'm excited to see what other play on words and names they have with other Pokemon. So, this obviously Pokemon's incredible and people love Pokemon. So I'm very
yeah.
excited for this. I'm a Scarlet guy myself. Like I said, as long as that's the one with the girl professor. All right. Any other thoughts on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet?
Good
Great.
stuff.
Good stuff. Okay. All right. After that, we got a Sonic Frontier gameplay from IGN. The IGN first for the month is Sonic Frontier. So they showed off about 7 minutes of gameplay here.
They have 2 trailers actually.
2 trailers of gameplay. Okay. So, Ignacio, are you a Sonic guy? What about you, Kyle? Are you a Sonic guy?
Not really. No.
Me either. I don't really care for Sonic. But this looks like the game of the year, to be honest with you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I thought it looked just, like regular Sonic, right? Just open world. I figured it just looked like a Sonic open world. I saw like a piece of the trailer, like a minute of it.
To me, this is very much a prototype or a proof of concept. It is very clearly an early thing.
It looks
you see a
early.
lot of pop-up in here and not
pretty early, yeah.
doesn't look the best. It looks pretty empty, pretty flat. But I think it is more of a
No way,
again,
hold
like
on.
a prototype.
Let's go back to Pokemon here real quick. Calvin said the professors' names are also past and future.
Yep.
Professor Pasado and Futuro? Really,
Yeah.
Ignacio? I didn't know that. Pasado and Futuro? That's so cool. That's so funny,
dumb.
dude.
That's
You know
so,
what's-
wait,
You know
wait.
what sucks though? That a bunch of
No.
whiteys are just gonna
Wait,
be
what,
saying
what
like,
happened with the what happened with the tree
What?
names?
what names?
Maybe they're getting rid of it. Maybe
What
they
the
said
hell?
something new.
What the hell?
Oh, they used to be like, like tree names.
They're
Yeah,
all
there you
tree
go.
names.
Well, now it's
Professor
Pasado and
Oak.
Futuro.
They're branching out.
Oh, there you go. Good one.
Also, Pasado and Futuro. Those are not names.
Sato and Turo. That could
Yeah.
be a name.
Wait, are they
Those are
Sato
not
and
names.
Turo? Is it Sato and Turo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's Sato and Turo.
Yeah.
Professor
Oh,
Sato.
okay. So it's not Pasado and Futuro.
But that is
That's
the
so
okay.
joke.
cool. That's the joke. Yeah, Pasado and
Oh,
Futuro.
yeah. I
Yeah.
thought that they. You have the chunk. You
What
could
are
have
the
really
legend-
have
What are
been
the legendaries'
Pasado.
names? Do we know the legendaries' names?
They also have something to do with like the past and
I want to
future.
know. I want to know because that's so cool. I
That
like
was the
that.
one
That's
thing
the-
I saw on Twitter that it was like, oh, it's really like Pokemon past and future. Like that's the thing
Yeah.
here. So fuck is Scarlet and Violet, but oh well.
That's so good. Yeah, what the hell, Scarlet and Violet? All right. So I guess we could just move forward from the Sonic Frontier gameplay. I don't think
Sure.
any of us are really.
It looked rough. It looked like it could be interesting.
It looked
reminding
early.
me,
It It looked like an early.
Especially the combat trailer that they released. Not this one, but they released another one where they had him fighting a giant enemy. And it looked a lot of fun. It reminded me of kind of like Sonic's take on Shadow of the Colossus.
I saw one where he was fighting a thing that had the little balls on it, and he was just
that one didn't look that good.
He was just knocking the balls off, and I was like, that looks a little weird.
That one didn't look fun.
Yeah, that looked like...
Again, it looks very early.
Okay. And next up here, we got a Star Wars Jedi Survivor teaser. So if you don't know, that's the sequel to Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order. So it's called Jedi Survivor, and we got a teaser for that. So that's coming. I think it said, did it say 2023, right? I think that's
2023.
Next year.
Yeah. So we got that. Very excited for that. Jedi Fallen Order. If you haven't played it, go play it. It's an incredible game. And now we're getting Jedi Survivor. So thoughts on this? What do we think?
I'm super excited. We got to see the Grand Inquisitor in that trailer, which was neat. We also are getting to see him in Obi-Wan, all that stuff. There was a character in there that looked there. I thought at first was like, is that Snoke? But no, it's not Snoke. That's not the thing. And then there's this mysterious character at the end that I don't know anything about. I think he's gonna be super important, but I don't know who it is.
Yeah. Kyle, if you do not know, then no one can.
It looked like Nero from Final Fantasy,
right?
Pretty much.
I mean, there are like nerds out there who are like, oh, but if that's him, then this means this, and that connects this thing and that thing. I don't know.
That's Anakin Skywalker.
My first guess was maybe an early prototype clone of the Emperor, because they are kind of exploring that in The Mandalorian. They're kind of exploring that in whatchamacallit, I forget what I was about to say, but yeah, they're starting to like sow the seeds of that, because we saw that in the trilogy, the new ones, but I have no idea who that is.
Do you guys think we're ever gonna get Cal Kestis live action?
We could.
I don't know. We could, but I don't know. I don't know where he would pop up. My guess would be that this is either a Jedi and or Sith from long ago that got into a tank and never came out. Either that or either a Jedi and or Sith experiment.
Yep.
To create a better soldier, maybe.
My guess is an Anakin Skywalker clone.
Ooh.
There you go. That'd be crazy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
All right. So we got that. That's coming 2023. Number 5 here. I don't know why I even would need to read this. Ubisoft won't hold an E3 type event in June. Yep. You always want me to read anything else?
I think the one thing to note here is that back in March, they had announced that they were supposedly planning one, or like that's reliable sources had said that they are planning one for this summer, but they are now not.
Okay.
Well, they said that they will not do it in June. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they do it in July last time?
I don't remember exactly, but it was the summer.
That's a very, like, picking at the words where they said won't do it in June, I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll see. What happens. But let's move forward here. Number 6, final one here. Resident Evil and Bethesda games are coming to the new PlayStation Plus tiers. This is from Video Games Chronicle. Andy Robinson wrote this up here. The newly published Japan games lineup confirms many additional games not previously included when Sony first disclosed a partial list of games that will be made available as part of the new PlayStation Plus service, when it also said that games available may vary by local market. Japan's PS Plus games library includes several Resident Evil games, for example, and first-party titles such as Knack and Africa. and even Bethesda titles in the form of The Elder Scrolls 4, Fallout 4, Doom, and Wolfenstein New Order. As expected, Japan's classic PS1 games also run in the NTSC 60Hz format, since Sony has opted to publish the original Japanese language versions of the games. When the classic games went live in other Asian countries last month, fans were disappointed to discover that Sony had opted for the inferior 50Hz PAL games, a decision likely driven by the desire to include multiple language support. This last part just confused me. I don't know what put that there, but
it affects the frame rate and like how well the games play and stuff like that.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead.
I guess the important thing here is may vary by local market. So
yeah,
we might not get these exact games.
Yeah,
maybe we don't get them at all. Maybe
there are a lot of Japanese games in the list that I wouldn't expect them to come to the
that
list.
we've never had here, so I assume we wouldn't have them in that service.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. So another interesting thing here is that the listing for classic games for Japan, I think it is around the 220, 30, 40, somewhere around there. Whereas Sony had said that when the service comes out, I don't know if in general or on the Americas, that the classic lineup would be around 340. So about 100 games could still be added to it when it releases for the classic games.
Okay,
the other thing is that there are a lot of interesting games here. You have several first-party games, but you also have the Bethesda games and another very good games in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And the PS1 and PSP situation keeps being a bit weird. PSP, there aren't many PSP games, purely PSP games, because we have Patapon, the remasters here.
Mm-hmm.
So as purely PSP games, there are many, and also for PS1, there are more than we had heard before, but not that many. One standout for me is Disney's Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue. A licensed Toy Story Disney game is in here.
What is Uncharted Ancient Gods Hallowed? You guys ever heard
Probably
of that?
not an Uncharted game.
No idea.
Maybe not, huh?
No.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
So yeah, I thought that it was very weird that they threw in that Toy Story game from the PS1, which is a game that I like a lot, and I'm glad that it is there. But again, pretty odd.
Mm-hmm.
That's the news story. There is still a lot more games that could come up when it releases.
I have a question for you two guys. Because Kyle did mention this prior. Did Stray convince you to upgrade to PlayStation Plus Extra or Essential? No?
Not yet. I mean, like, if they continue doing things like that, then yes, I might. But this is just the first one. And like it, right? Like until they start being like, all right, the next Uncharted or the next Last of Us, the God of War 2, first day, like that's when I'm going to be like, yes, sign me up. I will happily pay them to
big ask.
that.
Big ask.
Yeah.
Big ask.
Until then, I'll just keep paying the regular one.
All right. Okay, and that is it for all the big news of the week here on the docket. Let's move into the new and notable.
All right, speaking of all the Star Wars stuff, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, is coming to Switch on June 8th. Mario Strikers Battle League will be out on Switch June 10th. The Quarry will be... Oh,
you can try out the game right now.
There you go. Download a
yeah.
demo. Go grab it and try it out. Mario Strikers is a great game. So there you go. The Quarry is coming to the PlayStation consoles, Xbox consoles, PC on June 10th. The Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake has been delayed out of fiscal year 23. We kind of knew it got delayed indefinitely, kind of ish. So this is at least not this year, not early next year. But
what's going on with that game? Seriously,
it recently switched studios that was developed. I just think they went back to the drawing board square one. That was this isn't working out.
When they announced it, they gave a release date that wasn't that far away from the announcement. And ever since then,
everyone was like, that looks awful. Why do we, if you're calling that a remaster, why even buy the new one? We can just play the old one. It's the same thing. So hopefully they give this the proper treatment.
We skipped over the Quarry really, really fast. I'm actually very excited for that game. That game looks obviously a successor to Until Dawn. So very excited for that game. I know it's a horror game, but it's one of those horror games that I'm very interested, because Until Dawn was an incredible, it was like a movie pretty much. So I'm very excited for this one, starring Brenda Song.
Yeah. Hell yeah! There you go. Cool. Next up, we got the PS Plus games for June, which, if I'm not mistaken, don't go live until the 13th when the new tiers go.
No,
is that right?
That
could be wrong.
True?
That's a good. No, it wouldn't be the 13th. It would be this Tuesday.
Yeah,
they do it the first
7th.
Tuesday of the month.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they normally do. But if I'm not mistaken, I think this month they're waiting until the new tiers go.
I hadn't heard that.
I could be completely wrong on that.
That could make sense, though. That could make sense.
I haven't heard that.
First up, though, we got God of War 2018. That one is a good one. If you haven't played it, go play it. Then we got Naruto to Boruto.
That one's for PS5.
Yes.
So it's like the PS5 version or whatever.
Correct.
There is no PS5 version.
That's what they're putting it up as, PS5 God of War.
There isn't the PS5 version, as far as I know. It had an update that took advantage of the PS5 abilities and the PS5 version.
That's technically a PS5 version, I guess.
What they mean. Yeah, the one that we optimized for PS5.
I'm pretty sure it's used for. Weird.
So yeah, that's God of War. Then continuing our streak of anime games, we got Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. That one's on there. And then also, speaking of all the character brawlers and Smash clones, we got Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. That's nice. There. On the flip side of the coin, games with gold, available from June 1st to June 30th. We got Avon Colony. Available from June 16th to July 15th is Project High Rise Architects Edition. And then available from June 1st to June 15th is Super Meat Boy. And available from June 16th to June 30th is Rascals. So there you go. You guys can go get all of that.
They really be putting games I've never heard of in my life, dude.
They
really haven't heard of Rascals in so many years.
Last but not least, E3 might be dead, but Key 3, as people are calling it nowadays, Summer Game Fest is alive and well. Like we said, PlayStation kicked it off this week, which was strange. They didn't announce it as part of Summer Game Fest, but then it had the Summer Game Fest logo in there. It's almost
as if Summer Game Fest isn't really a thing that has a big impact, that it is just a glorified
you could say the same thing for E3. We've been through this. Yeah, we can
No,
be like,
because-
here's a calendar of all the E3 events.
Because
you could
they
just
are
have a
part of
calendar of it.
E3.
We can make a calendar of all sorts of things. Calendar
because
of
they were
Pokemon releases.
they were all in the same building.
Nope,
They
not
were
all of
all-
them. The Microsoft one was not. The
But
E3 one
you
was
know
not.
that it
Or the
you know that it had
the EA
it
thing was
happened.
not.
You know that it happened
Anyways.
because of it.
Anyways, here's the schedule for the Summer Game Fest stuff that is happening
Here's
in
your
the next
calendar.
week or so. The actual Summer Game Fest first night is Thursday, June 9th, and that is at 11 a.m. Pacific time. That's going to be followed up by the Devolver Direct, which is also Thursday, June 9th, and that's at 3 p.m. Pacific. On Friday, June 10th, we have Netflix Geek Week, and that will be at 10 a.m. Pacific. Some of you might be saying, like, Netflix Geek Week, but remember, they are trying to get into games big time and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that one. The Tribeca Games Spotlight is also on Friday, June the 10th. At 12 p.m. Pacific. And then on Saturday, June 11th, we have the Guerrilla Collective at 8 a.m. I'm sorry, I am not waking up at 8 a.m. I guess that's 11 a.m. for me in the Eastern time zone. So still probably won't be fully awake by then. Let's be honest. But after that, we got the Wholesome Direct at 11 a.m. Pacific, followed by the Future Games Showcase at 12 p.m. Pacific. This is all on Saturday. And then finally, we got the Xbox and Bethesda Showcase on Sunday, June 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific, followed by the PC Gaming Show Sunday, June 12th, and that is at 12:30 p.m. Pacific.
All right.
There you go. That's the schedule. Ignacio
I have
has
an
his hand
announcement to make.
raised. Ignacio.
I have an announcement to make.
Yes.
All these shows will be part of Crossplays, cross-event, of cross-platform gaming showcases. I'm saying it right here. They are all a part of our event, our week-long event.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff.
Big
Well,
deal.
that
Big
is
deal for
all
us.
the new and notable stuff that we got for you this week. So it is now old and noted. I am bringing us into the lightning round.
First up, we have that Dragon Age 4 has officially been given a title, and that is Dragon Age Dreadwolf.
Dreadwood. That's how you say it.
Dreadwolf.
Nailed it.
Cool. Very exciting.
Any Dragon Age fans here?
I love Dragon Age.
Yeah?
Nah.
But I don't really care.
So
for
what's a Dreadwolf?
I don't really
Why is
care
it so
for
important?
the. I don't really care for the title. though.
It's a wolf that you dread.
Exactly.
You sure that it isn't a wolf that's dreading?
It could be. Could be both.
Yeah, you see, a fan over here doesn't know.
Mystery.
They're
No,
joining
I
Fortnite.
never said I was a fan.
No,
I was
Cheetah
like,
said
nope.
he was a fan.
They're joining
Cheetah said he was a
Fortnite.
fan.
That's what's happening. They're joining Fortnite.
Oh, yeah.
Fortnite's dead.
Sega has announced that a mini drive, Mini 2, I don't know what's there, so mini, which includes Sega City games.
The heck is a mini drive mini 2?
This is
I
word
don't know why
salad.
there's too many. So it is, you know how Sega always puts out these plug and play consoles that resemble a Genesis or whatever that has Sega games in there. So, yeah, they announced a sequel to that, which will include Sega City games.
Too fast, too furious, too mini, too drive.
I don't think that there's too many in the name. I think that this is
Mini Drive Mini 2. The first one was just Mini Drive Mini.
Yeah. Next up, we have, if you're a fan of theme parks, Super Nintendo World is coming to Universal Studios in early 2023, and I'm super jelly that I cannot be there.
Me too.
So is it Hollywood or Orlando or both?
It's Hollywood.
Oh.
Hollywood. Go! What's next? Hurry up!
Valve has delayed their Steam Deck dock due to complications with the COVID.
What?
So,
For real? They've delayed it.
I'm slated to. Oh, the dock. Okay, I'm still slated to get it.
Gino, it's a Steam.
It says
Deck
right here in the notes that we're all looking at.
I was looking at you
Steam
guys on
Deck
the
dock.
Discord. I don't have the dock.
I said it. The Steam Deck dock. Will Arnett will voice Sweet Tooth in Sony's upcoming live-action adaptation of Twisted Metal, which is set to air on Peacock TV. So Will Arnett will give the voice to Sweet Tooth.
Yep.
And I think Sweet Tooth will actually be played by, if I'm not mistaken, Samoa Joe. It's someone from wrestling.
I thought it was Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie is he's in the show.
Sweet Tooth.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, well, Ignacio checks that.
Samoa Joe will be Sweet Tooth, the in-person Sweet Tooth.
Oh, interesting.
Junichi Masuda, a co-founder of Game Freak, has left to join the Pokemon Company as Chief Creative Fellow and will be working on the Pokemon franchise as a whole.
This is why they left the tree names behind.
Exactly. It's all chaos and pandemonium if you do not have Junichi Masuda there to rein them all in. That's how you get names like Lechonk. That's how it happens.
That's incredible.
And finally, we have that Shinji Hashimoto, one of the producers of Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy, has retired after 30 years at Square Enix.
Long time. Congratulations. Enjoy
Congratulations to Shinji.
Relax.
My good friend. He has to give me a call now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gotta give me a call.
Thank
you, Ignacio, for that lightning round. I appreciate it very much. But that is all we have, my friends, for everything that is written in this document right here in front of all our faces. But now,
apparently you weren't reading.
Yeah. But now we are going to talk about what we're excited for this week. Ignacio, what are you excited for this week?
I am excited for two things. One, Fortnite, the next season. When is it coming? When can I play it? Why is it not now? That's what I'm excited about. And the other thing is that, guys, finally the crossplay, cross-platform, something showcase events will be happening this week. So
a triple cross.
Yeah,
triple cross event.
Very big deal. Very big deal for us.
So yeah, a lot of good conferences here that I'm looking forward to.
Awesome. What about you, Kyle?
I'm probably gonna be diving into my backlog a bit this week here. I'm thinking about trying to play Red Dead Redemption. The first one.
One or two?
One. 'Cause I have not played 2 either, so I want to play that first one and then go back and do 2, because I also know that that's a prequel, but I'm a stickler for release or all that stuff.
The way they came out,
yeah. So eventually I will get there one day, maybe, hopefully.
Cool.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Resident Evil, Red Dead 1 isn't that Red Dead 1 isn't that long.
Red Dead Redemption.
I heard like 20 hours.
It's a long game, but I mean, yeah, no, it's not. It's not like Red Dead 2. You will
that one will all spend a long
time. Yeah, Red Dead 1. I remember I beat Red Dead 1, so if I beat it, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it was a bit. Yeah, you could also give Undead Nightmare a shot.
That was one of the best DLCs for any games I've ever played. To be honest with you, Undead Nightmare.
Good to know.
So definitely try that But cool. All right. I am also excited for this upcoming week, obviously with everything that we're gonna get with games and all that stuff. Just like it started off with the PlayStation State of Play. Again, if you didn't like the PlayStation State of Play, you're not a gamer and you hate video games so much more.
Yeah. You wonder why Alan isn't here? That's why.
Yeah, because he's an absolute hater. And then next weekend I'm seeing Coldplay, so that's very exciting. I'm very excited to finally see them live. Ignacio, Coldplay is a band that plays very incredible music. Just so you know.
I don't know about
The scientist, the scientist.
There you go, perfect. You got it.
Come up to me.
There you go. You got it. Look at that.
Oh,
wow.
yeah, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Man, what a great version Glee did. What a great rendition Glee did.
Okay. I guess.
I mean,
yeah. Anyway,
some would say the only reason Coldplay is known right now.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Old band is old.
Some might disagree.
Yeah.
But very excited for that to happen. But yeah. You guys can find me over on Twitter at Gino_V Terry. Ignacio, where can people find you on the internet?
They can find me on Twitter at Ignacio Rojas B. That's IGNACIOROJASB. And is Fix You also Coldplay?
That is Coldplay. Yeah.
Man, another great song that Glee did.
Yeah. No.
Is it not?
No, I'm confused. I don't think it is. I think you're confusing me. Is it? Right? No, yeah, it is.
You're the fun.
No, it is. Coldplay, Fix. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No, I was getting confused. Okay, no,
you try your best, but you don't succeed.
Yeah, exactly that one. That's the one. Damn, wow. What a great singer. Kyle, where can people find you on the internet?
They can find me at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter. Not listening to Coldplay. I don't like them. But yeah, that's it.
Crazy. All right, but you can find all of us over on the Whatnots on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you want. We will be on their Facebook Marketplace as well, just so you know. We're working on a Coca-Cola brand deal. Okay, so be on the lookout for that one. You'll be seeing our name on the bottles instead of Coca-Cola. It'll be the Whatnots, and you'll be drinking from that. It'll be
stay tuned for
the Whatnots. Okay.
Stay tuned for our cross collaboration with Coca-Cola and Crossplay's cross event, cross platform game showcase week, where we'll just say that Coca-Cola is a part of the event.
There you go.
They themselves don't even know it, but we'll see.
Friend of the show, Coca-Cola.
Friend of the show.
There you go. That is all we have for you, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Crossplay, and you have been played. Good night.
Bye.